What's up everyone, it's Drew Wrestler here bringing you another video. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the Aggressor line from ASICS. I got the Aggressors 1 through 4 here. There is an Aggressor 5 that just dropped this year, but I'm going to talk a little bit about their older models. Alright, first up we got the Aggressor 1s, or what we now call the OG Aggressors. OG stands for original, so these were the very first ones to drop. I have 3 of the colorways here. Got the blue and yellow, the black and red, and the blue and gray. In total, there were 6 colorways that dropped in the OG Aggressors. So we're missing the Sissy colorway, which is pink, yellow, and blue. We're missing the black and yellow colorway, and then we're missing the red, white, and blue. All of them are super iconic, super sought after at this point. These dropped in 2010, right after the Rulons ended production. And these were produced for a few years, probably into 2012, 2013-ish. Let's talk a little bit about them. So the Aggressor 1s here, in my opinion, the best of all the Aggressors. I think they nailed it the first time. But they do have what I like to call these little breathability holes here. So your foot doesn't get too hot when you're wearing the shoe. As you'll see, some of the other ones don't have those. They do have a lace cover here. And they have this lacing system that basically holds, you run the laces through and it holds the tongue in place so that the tongue doesn't slide back and forth. So I do like this. This basically goes the full way up. You got a nice pocket here. If you want to put your laces in there, you can unvelcro this, tie your shoes, put your laces in there, close the Velcro. I know a lot of people don't do that or don't use it, but that is a good option. So the Aggressor 1s have this, what I like to call the tire tread on the bottom. You can see these little grips, and then on each one there's these little bumps. You can see, as long as the shoes have bumps still, that means they're in pretty good condition. All of these 3 are in pretty good shape. You can see these ones are slightly more worn. Still have a lot of bumps, but not quite as many as this blue pair. And same thing over here. You can see that there's bumps, but they are starting to wear down a little bit. When you have the Aggressor 1s, look for any wear on the inside toes. This is where you typically start to see wear. There's just a tad starting right there. None on these really, and none on this pair. Well, maybe just a tad. So always look at that. That's a good sign if the shoe's in good shape or if it's starting to wear down. Up next, we got the Aggressor 2s. So obviously these followed the Aggressor 1s. These came in a bunch of colorways. I don't even know all of them off the top of my head. Got a really clean white colorway here. And these also came in some limited edition colorways. So you can see here we got the camos. These are the Aggressor 2 LE. So LE stands for limited edition. Got the camos, and then these are the Legend Aggressors with 4 of the best legends of our sport. Dan Gable, Cal Sanderson, Rulon Gardner, and Bruce Baumgardner. These ones actually only produced 2,000. You can see here this is number 1428 out of 2,000. So these are super cool shoes. The Aggressor 2s, similar to the Aggressor 1s in that they still have bumps on the soles. You can see that there's a lot of bumps. The actual grips are a little more spread out. Let me grab a pair of Aggressor 1s. You can see these are a little bit closer together. There's not as much yellow, I would say, as much white as there is on these. They're a little bit more spread out. But overall, they act pretty much the same. I haven't really noticed too much of a difference. I do think that these might take a little bit more to break in. The grips on the bottom, they're a little bit slippery when you first start, but as soon as they get broken in, these things are golden and you will have great traction. Looking at the uppers, they also continue this lace structure here that your laces run through and holds the tongue in place, which is nice, just like the Aggressor 1s. And then this time they have a lace strap. Instead of this Velcro, they have a lace strap. You can also put your laces in this little hole here on the tongue if you'd like. That's your preference. A lot of people like to take the lace straps off. And on some of the limited edition ones, such as these, they actually didn't even have a lace strap. But I would say 90% of the Aggressors do have a lace strap on them. Next, we got the Aggressor 3s. So the Aggressor 3s followed the Aggressor 2s. The Aggressor 2s ran from early to mid to 20-teens, so like 2013 to 2015, 2016. This pair here is from 2017. So here's some Aggressor 3s. The 3s are different in that they have a slightly more slanted ASICS sign here. It doesn't come all the way down towards the toes. As you can see here, this is a little bit bigger. This one's more slanted. The doesn't affect the shoe at all, but you know, visually it's a difference. I like it. Some people don't like it as much. I think it's a cool design. They went back to the lace cover on the tongue instead of the lace strap, but this time it's just basically a strap here that runs up and down. You can put your laces in there. It's a little bit smaller than the original here that takes up the whole tongue. This just takes up basically the small portion, middle portion of the tongue. As you can see, these do not have the breathability holes like the OG Aggressors have, nor did the 2s. I forgot to mention that. It's not a huge deal really, but worth noting. And then again, these do have bumps on them. This pair is a little bit worn down, but you can see the bumps. They're similar soles to the Aggressor 2s, more so than the Aggressor 1s. But just as always check the toes, and that'll, or check the inside toes to see if there's any rub. That'll kind of tell you the condition that they're in. And finally, we got the Aggressor 4s. I got 2 colorways here. This is what they call the Midnight Sky colorway. This dark blue and light gray. It's a very nice colorway, and some black in there as well. These are what they call the State Champ colorway. Blue, gold, and some yellow. Overall, the 4s kind of have qualities of all the Aggressors 1 through 3. They do have some breathability here that we see a lot on the Aggressor 1s. Not down on the toes, but they have it up top. They have the small vertical lace strap here, or lace cover, the Velcro lace cover, similar to the ones on the 3s. They have the longer and not as slanted ASICS sign, so they're bringing back basically the look of the Aggressor 1 and 2s. So after the 3s, they did decide to go back to this. Not sure why. So that's more of a quality of the 2s, I'd say. This is a quality of the 1s. The lace cover's quality of the 3s. And the main difference here is that the soles don't have any bumps on them. You can see this pair is brand new with tags, and it's just flat. And the reasoning for that, I don't know. I haven't noticed it causing a lot of issues with these getting slippery at all. So I don't think it's really been a big deal. But a lot of people kind of like that quality on the Aggressors. They thought it gave it a lot of tread. So I don't know. I really don't know the ASICS reasoning for that, or if they're going to bring it back or anything like that. And that's pretty much what we got. So I don't have the Aggressor 5s on hand yet. If anyone does, you should message me or make a video, you know, explaining the Aggressor 5s. I want to get a good look at them soon, and I just haven't got them in hand yet. But, all right, guys, thanks for checking out the video. Let me know what you want to see in the next video. All right, thanks, guys.